Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, and I'll be giving you a slightly different vlog in this video. I'm going to be looking ahead and previewing the all-weather championship finals day at Lingfield tomorrow. A lot of good quality racing going on tomorrow. This is kind of going to be a more common thing now on the channel. We looked at the Lincoln last week, and I'm going to be doing a lot more big race previews and kind of big meeting previews. I did a few meetings last year, but I want to do a lot more of them this year. And like I said, I'm going to be looking forward towards the all-weather championships at Lingfield on finals day for this particular video. And we're going to get stuck in the action with the 1:30 tomorrow with the Apprentice race. Quite a tight competitive race. It's going to be hard to find the winner in this particular race, but something you want to note at Lingfield when you're looking for winners or horses that you think are going to run well, you want to be in the inside at Lingfield. You want to have a good inside draw. You want to make the most of that advantage because it's a very tight and sharp track, and there's often quite a lot of hard luck stories, especially over the shorter trips as well at Lingfield. So the horse that we're going for tomorrow is drawn in stall 2, and it's going to be a horse tomorrow called Silent Echo. Currently best price at the moment, around 7-1 with bookmakers, trained by Peter Hedger, and Ben Robinson takes the ride tomorrow, taking a good £3 off. Now this horse is a previous course and distance winner, so that's a tick in the box. It likes Lingfield and it'll like the surface as well. Also as well, another thing to note is that it made a stable debut last time for Peter Hedger and was really unlucky that day and didn't get a clear run, and if it had been given a clear run it probably would have finished in the place money, so it was a little bit unlucky that day. I thought if it could capitalise from a good draw tomorrow, had a very good chance of making the frame, so it might not be a bad each way bet to kick us off at Lingfield tomorrow. We then go to the marathon race tomorrow in the 2 o'clock, going with a horse here called Verdon, trained by Dunlop. James Doyle takes the ride tomorrow, very good capable jockey booking. Now this horse won last month in very comfortable style at the track. Also as well, it's always been a classy sort of horse, finished 6th in the Derby back in 2016, so knows how to run quite well in the big races. And I thought tomorrow against this whole field, he was the one that they really had to beat, and even though he's not favourite at the moment, I thought there was a little bit of value in the 4-1 being offered by quite a few bookmakers at the moment. So that's going to be my selection tomorrow, and it's probably my strongest fancy as well out of kind of the market leaders at the moment. So that's my tip for tomorrow in the marathon. We then go to the Fillies and Mares in the 2:30 tomorrow with a horse called Diagnostic, owned by the Cheveley Park stud in those red and blue colours. William Haggis trained, and James Doyle takes the ride again tomorrow. I think he'll have a good day. Obviously these two won the Lincoln last week with Adieb in the Doncaster meeting. We tipped that horse up, you might remember if you saw our Lincoln special, so we know how to, or I like to say we know how to back this combination, but we've got experience with this combination before. They know how to get a winner together, and I thought Diagnostic had been a little bit unlucky in its last few starts. It had a few races where probably things didn't go to suit. They had been in small fields as well. It tends to go bigger in larger fields, and it's returning to that tomorrow. It's got some good wins in some bigger fields, so I thought that was a positive there. Also as well, drawn from stall 3, good inside draw. I thought around about 4-1 tomorrow, had a very good chance of running a good race. So that's going to be the selection in the Fillies Mares. We then go to the 305 with the sprint race. We're going with a horse here that won it last year called Kimberella. Good old horse for Richard Fahey. Currently priced around about 5-1 at the moment, and Paul Hannigan takes the ride tomorrow. And like I said, this horse won it last year, so obviously it knows how to win the track and this race. Also as well, it was a bit unlucky last time out wearing it, finished 6th at Wolverhampton when it got badly hampered that day and didn't get a clear run. You like to think if it had got a clear run it would have been more in the mix, so a bit unlucky there for Kimberella that day. And then last time before that it finished 2nd at Lingfield when it was running on behind the current favourite in this race at the moment, which is trained by Tom Dascombe, called Catchy. They're drawn side by side tomorrow, so they'll be competing to get to the front from early on, and it'll be interesting to see who does come out on top. But I thought Kimberella at the prices for me was not a bad thing, so that's going to be my selection in the sprint race tomorrow. We then go to the 3-year-old race, and this isn't going to be an original selection here. Corinthia Knight I'm going for here, currently best priced around about 7-4 with bookmakers at the moment. It's got a very good record on the all-weather, 75% strike rate, 6 wins from 8 starts on the all-weather, and it's really been tearing up most of the opposition it's been running against. Last time we saw it, it ran in a French listed race at Chantilly on their all-weather track, so arrives in good form. And Oisin Murphy was aboard that day, and I thought these two had a very good chance of going all the way tomorrow, so that's going to be the selection there, Corinthia Knight in the 3-year-old race. We then go to the mile race in the 4:10 with a horse called Second Thought, again not an original selection. Best price at the moment, round about 13-8 best odds, and this horse is unbeaten on the all-weather. It's got a very good record again. William Haggis and James Doyle teaming up, that good old combination. got to think really that this horse has got a really good chance tomorrow. Got a great draw, and I thought it was the one they all had to beat. He's looked very comfortable in all his races so far on the all-weather. So that's going to be the selection there. Our last selection then sees us go to the 4:14, a little bit more competitive race this time, a little bit more wide open. A few horses you might remember ran in the Winter Derby last time out. They'll be going in this race, but I'm going for one horse that didn't run in this race last time out, and that's a horse of Hugo Palmer's called Stararcher, which Josephine Gordon is going to be taking the ride on tomorrow. Currently run about 8-1 bookmakers at the moment. Was very disappointing the last time out when it finished third at Kempton, but I think a few excuses can be given that horse on that particular day. It had some good form going into that when it was seeking a hat-trick, so you'd like to think maybe that was just a little blip on its card, and at the prices tomorrow, from a good inside draw, you think it's got a good each-way chance. So that's going to be my selection in the middle distance race, Stararcher, in the last race in the 4:40 at Lingfield. So they're the tips for the all-weather card tomorrow. Like I said, it's probably not going to go to plan with these selections. Lingfield's always a very hard track to back winners from a punting perspective, but hopefully I've given you a few horses that you might want to put in a double or treble, or even just do one as a single if you fancy one of them. So entirely up to you what you do from those selections. I'll be having a few bets on the day myself, so that's all I've got to say. Also as well, I will be doing an Irish Grand National preview once we get the final declarations, which I believe come out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. There'll also be some tips coming up over the weekend as well, so stay tuned for that as well. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. You can also follow me on Twitter if you want as well. That's all I've got to say. Please gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.